Hello, welcome back everybody. This is the part 2 of basics of computer science. In our last lecture we looked at Mavis Beacon and how you can type, how you know how to type using Mavis Beacon. And I explained some basic things in Mavis Beacon. So our today lecture is going to be on Microsoft Word. Yes, Microsoft Word. This is the bedrock of typing, and in anything you want to do in computer science, you must know how to use the Microsoft Word application. Before we start, on the description of this video, I attach a link to my Google Drive where you can download the Microsoft Word application or Microsoft Office application. So when you go to that link, this is what you will see. You're going to see this Microsoft Office. So you click on this Microsoft Office. When you click on it, there's an activation keys there. So the activation keys, when you click on it first, you copy this activation key. So you copy it in one place. You can write it on a piece of paper or you can copy it somewhere. So when you copy it, you can exit it. Then you now come to this setup. Look at the setup at the bottom here. You see a setup there. So you double click on the setup, then you start. When you double click on the setup, it will ask for the activation key. So you enter the key that you saw in the activation keys, you press it in there, then you can now start running your application. And once the application is installed, you will now you can restart your computer. Then you go to your window button. When you click on the window button, you can now search for your Microsoft Word. I could now search for Microsoft. I'll search for Microsoft. You can see you have Microsoft Word 2007. You have other one there, Office Pro, Excel, and so on and so forth. So everything will be installed in Microsoft Office. In Microsoft Office, we have the Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Publisher. But we are interested in Microsoft Word. Now you'll be wondering that why am I using 2007 version? Why is it not 2023, 2022, or 2010, which is, is a little bit that's improved. But I just believe that 2007 is more easier for beginners to work on. It is user friendly and it doesn't involve lots of manipulation a lot. With just a simple analysis or simple click or simple writings, you are already using the Microsoft Word 2007. Microsoft Word is everywhere. It's the same Microsoft Word. The way you operate Microsoft Word 2007 is the same 2008, 2010. It's still the same way you're going to operate it. There is just some little bits of changes, but it's still the same thing you're going to be doing. So I will open my Microsoft Word application, which I'm going to show you in some a little bit. It's going to display on our screen. So you have is opening now. So when you install it, this is what will happen. So when you open it, this is what you will see. So this is the screen of the Microsoft Word. So how do you now operate this Microsoft Word? What are the things you can do on this Microsoft Word? Note that I cannot teach you everything that is in this Microsoft Word because it's very large, but I'm going to teach you the basic which you have to know. That if someone brings maybe a quotation or a writing involving tables or a writing involving letter heading or some exam question for you to type, some formulas you have to input, then you'll be able to do it on your own. I think when you know all these ones, this basic one, and with this one you learn from me and you can practice on your own, then you'll be extraordinarily good in Microsoft Word. Where we are going to is web development. I just want you to understand the basics of Microsoft Word and how to type, because these are the basic things you have to know before you do anything on computer. So let's go and let's look at what is involved here. Now the first bar, we have the first bar here. This one I'm pointing my pointer to is called the title bar. So the title bar displays the name of your document. The name of your what? Of your document. At the right hand side, you will see something like this. We call minimize. This minimize will bring the whole application down to the bottom here. So let me click on it to see what I meant. So when I click on it, you can see it's disappear. I can now click on the Microsoft where it appears again. So the minimize compress it. Sorry, this is restore. Restore always what compress it. You can see when I click, and see it's a little bit, it's compressed, so I can maximize it and see everything. Now this one here in red button is close, or sometimes we call it the exit button. It's I mean, you are done with your words and you want to exit from the application, you can click on this. Now when you see this point here, this is what you call the repeat, or you call it redo. Then this is the undo. We're going to look at all this one as time goes on. This is the save. You want to save a document. This is the window button where you can this is the office button where you can click and you save your document and see a lot of things there. Now after the title bar, the next bar we have is the menu bar. So when you look at it, you have the home, you have the insert, you have the page layout, references, mailings, review, and view. So when you click on any of them, the content in each of them is going to show here. So this one here, this one is what is in the home menu bar. So we call this one the standard bar. We call this what? The standard bar. If I click on the next one inside, you can see the standard bar, what is in there is changing. You can see page layout. When I click on it, it changes to another thing. References, mailing, review, view, and so on and so forth. It's changing. So this is the menu bar. Next one we have the standard bar. Why this is the menu bar. The next one we have is our page layout. This is where you type everything you want to type. You can see as I'm typing, it's showing on my blank space. It's called the page layout. And the next one now we have this is the ruler. We have vertical ruler bar and we have the horizontal ruler bar. Now in this particular layout, the ruler is hidden, so I have to show it because I use it to manipulate one or two things. So you just click here, you just click view ruler. You can see ruler here. You can see this is a ruler, this is also a ruler. So this one is the vertical ruler bar, while this is the horizontal ruler bar. I will show you how you can manipulate, how you can do something with this ruler bar later on the course. Now this is the scroll bar. You can scroll down, you can scroll up. So we also have the previous page. If you have lots of page, let's say 100 pages, you can use this one to move to the next page, or you can use this one to move to the upper page, while this one to the down page or the below page. Now next one we have the status bar. This one at the bottom here is called the status bar. So status bar, it's not one of the things it does is that you can see it always know the number of page that you are in. Sometimes I may be page 50 to read here 1 of 50 or 1 of 2 or 1 of 3. This is word count. So this one counts the words in your page layout. So if I type another one, so you can see the words count is becoming 2. Then we have the deal servers. This one is proofreading. So if you make mistake, it's going to show something like red like this because the computer does not understand what this is. So that is why it's showing red in it, because it's just like it jargons to the computer, to the Microsoft Word application. Now at the bottom, which is down here, is called the task bar. And this is the zoom. Under the status bar, you can see you can zoom in, or you can zoom out, you can also zoom in. So when you zoom in, you can 100%, 110, anyhow you want to do it. So we have other things there, full screen, draft, and so on and so forth. But you are most of them you are not interested in them. So what we are interested in is what we discuss on. So this one is the window button. So when you click on the window, it brings out everything in your computer, all the application you've installed in your computer. So the next one we have the search. You can search if maybe the application on your computer is much So you are looking for a particular application, you can search for it. If I'm looking for, let's say, Microsoft, I can just type Microsoft. It will bring it out for me instead of now searching for it with the window button. So the next one we have now is the file manager, and other application that you have opened, it should be displayed on the taskbar. Now we have the Meet now for the Google Meet, and we have the microphone, which I'm already on. I'm using my microphone, the Active Center, to present this lesson to you. The battery, the internet connection, connected to internet, and so on and so for the volume and so on. So this is the layout of Microsoft Word. Now let's now move on. Let's look at what you can do on this Microsoft Word. The first thing you have to know how to do here is setting up your page. Yes, that is the first thing you have to know, because when you are in Microsoft Word application, you can't just start typing. You must set up your page. Now, this is what I always do. I do come to this vertical ruler bar. I will double click. I'll just double click. When I double click, it will bring out a pop-up. You can see page setup. So in this one, most time we use inch. We use inch here. So I can make this one can be I made this one 1. So 1 inch. So this one's going to be also 1. That's what most time we do use. This is 1. This also be this also be 1. So 1 all through. This and this, leave it like this, don't touch it. So if you want to make it a landscape means maybe it's a letter or a letter something. I want to address the letter, you can make a landscape. So but portrait is normal for A4 you want to type. Then the next one is paper. The paper you are using that most time we do use is the A4. So you come to A4 and see, you click on you click on A4. You can see everything is is working well. So you set up your you click on OK, your page is set up now. So everything has been set up in your page. Now next thing is now that okay, I've set up my page now. How do I start typing? How do I start typing? Now I told you this thing should be in inch. Let me check if probably is in inch. This thing is centimeter, but no problem. So normally it should be in inch. We always use inch. Let me look at the layout here. Okay, no problem. So we are just going to now type, but everything here should be 1 all through, but normally it should be in inch, but no problem. So we have okay. Now when you start this like this, so let me so most time we use Tahoma. People use Tahoma. Depends on line style. Like look at the home button here. We have the paste. We have this is the font. The font is just like writing. Let me just type something. I am very big and serious. Now look at this now. Look at this text now. Notice how it looks like. Now if I want to change the font, I can just double click. I can highlight everything, Ctrl A to highlight. I will show you all these shortcuts in a little bit. So when I change this thing, you can see this handwriting. Let me just move it here so that you can see it clearly. Let me use my tab key to move it to the front here so that you can see the changes in those writing. So I will come here. You can see that as I'm changing this thing, this font is changing. Everything is changing. It depends on your preference. You can decide that okay, I want to use Arial Black for my heading, or I want to use original manuscript. Anything you want to use, you're welcome. But most time, the computer operator, someone that do the Microsoft Word computer operator, or someone that is typist, we use Tahoma. Most time Tahoma, or sometimes we do use we call it Time New Roman. So those are the two fonts I think that most time the computer typists use a lot. So once you use Tahoma, then you have to come here, you put the no spacing, so that your typing will be in normal. So no spacing, then you come here, you put Tahoma. Tahoma is the best one we do use it. So you can see that is okay like this. Then your font, this is the font size. Font size is just to increase the font. You can see it's increasing, depends on what you prefer, but most time as a typist they use 14 or 13. Yeah, 13 or 14. So it depends on what you want. So once you use this, then this is it. So this is how you start from. So I can start I can start typing anything like I'm very big and serious, but I don't like cheating. You can see the result of knowing Mavis Beacon now. This Mavis Beacon will allow you to know how to type. Now, there's something I want to show you. But life has to move on. People change for a reason. Now you can see people, you can see this people now, it has what? It's giving me a red button at the bottom here. The people is giving me a red button. It means the people is giving me a red button. It means this red button is showing that this thing is wrong. So how do I fix this? I'll just double click on it. When you double click on it, it means you highlight it. Once you highlight it, you right click to know the correct spelling. Now this is spell checking. So the Microsoft Word gives you an option of what did you mean. Like this thing that you type here is wrong, but which of them is what is right among them? So it's people I want to type, but it's not every time that it's put on red button at the bottom that is wrong. No, sometimes if you type a name, let me type Kunle, for instance. Kunle, you can see Kunle now is red, but it's not that Kunle is not correct. Kunle is just like a Yoruba name, but the computer does not understand this Yoruba name. So it means you can ignore it. It's not a must that, because when you print this thing out, it's not going to show this red something. It's going to come out very beautiful. Now you can see something is wrong on this thing. What is wrong there is that this thing looks jam-packed. It looks tightened up. So how do I make it what? Give it line spacing, at least to give space in between them. So I'm going to highlight it. There are 3 ways you can highlight. First thing is that you come here. Let me bring out my on-screen keyboard so that you know what I'm saying now. On-screen keyboard. Let me just type keyboard there. Sorry. Keyboard. Okay, keyboard. Oh, sorry, I don't mean this. On-screen keyboard. Keyboard. On-screen keyboard. Keyboard. Sorry for this. Okay, now this is on-screen keyboard. Now, if you want to highlight, you can bring your cursor here. If I want to highlight from here to here, I'll just bring down this shift key. When I press the shift key, then I'll use this thing, my arrow key, to move. As I'm moving, so once I hold down the shift key, when you hold it down with your when you hold it down, then you now you start highlighting. You can see you use your arrow key, the one that is facing the right side to highlight it. That's the first one. That is the first method of highlighting. And the other one is that you can use your mouse. So you can drag it like this. You can drag it like this to highlight, no problem. If you want to highlight everything at once, you press Control. You hold down the Control key, then you press A. It will highlight everything. Do you get that now? So that is how to highlight. Note that to make changes to text, you must highlight it first. So that is that. You have to know about that. And sometimes, let's assume now, I want to highlight only this very. Now I don't want to start doing like this, that's dragging, something like this. It may be annoying at times. So just come here, just double click on it, it will highlight it. So that is that. So now next thing is that I want this thing looks jam-packed. So how can I give it line spacing to look beautiful? So you come here, there's this line spacing. You can see here, you can see this is what line spacing. You can come here, you can give it anything you want. I'm giving 1 point. You can see is what it's coming down a little bit. You can give it 2.5. You can see how it works. So you can give it 1.15 or 1. So most time what we do use 1.3, 1.5. Let me show you. So you right click on this thing, you come to this paragraph, you click on it. When you click on paragraph, then you come here, you are going to make it 1.5 line. So here you put 1.3. That's for normal typing that I do use. So it depends on your personal preference. You may decide, okay, this is not what I want to use. I want to use another thing. No problem. You're welcome about that. So that is that under this underline spacing. And the next one is that you may want to put a number. Let's say number 1, number 2, number 3. Then this is it. This is number. It depends on the one you want. You can see it changes You can see if it's bracket you want, if it's this, if it's that, if it's this, if it's that, anyone you want. You can put what? You can put numbers there. Then we also have bullets. If you don't feel like putting number, if it's bullet you want or any sign, something like this, you can what? You can use that also. No problem about that one. Now you also have what you call, pardon me for some time please. Okay, so I'm back now. So what I'm saying is that we can also use what do you call it, this bold. Bold means I want my text to look bold means to make it darker. Yeah, to make it dark. So I can highlight this. Let me just bold this to see the effect on it. So you can just what? Can just bold this. You can see it looks what? It looks darker. So dark, different from the others. So this is Italy. So make it bent. You can see it bend. So if you want to underline it, you can see you underline it and what. So next thing we have what? The subscript and superscript. So you can come here. So let's put the subscript and superscript. Let me just type. Let's say you want to type 5 base 10, like all these mathematics. 5 write 10. So I can highlight this 10. If I highlight this 10, I will come down here. This is subscript, that is bring it down. So bring the 10 at the bottom of 5. You can see this is how it goes. So if I want to bring it to the top, raised to power, this is raised to power, this is superscript, this is 5 raised to power of 5 raised to power of 10. This is how that goes. And if you want to give it color, yeah, no problem. So you can give it color of red or green. But if you are printing it out in a Laserjet printer, it will come out in black and white color. It will not be this color. So it's better you just leave it in that color black, because Microsoft Word, the basic function is to use it for typing. Yes, you can use it for some little bit of graphics, but this application on my desktop application, they have their own capability. They have where they are good at. If you want to do, if you want to maybe want to make graphics, there's Corel, there's Photoshop, there's Illustrator, there's all these things that make graphics interesting. But for typing or doing something like that involve text, you use Microsoft Word. Now, what I'm going to show you now, we have what we call this is justify Control E, that is enter. This Control E means I want to bring the text to the middle. If I want to bring this to the middle, I'll just press this thing. You can see it comes to the middle. So if I want to bring it to the right, like if you are typing an address number 25, all this kind of let's say formal letter or informal letter, you can type your address. You can use this thing to what? To bring it to what? To the right side. If I want to justify that, bring it to the normal position it should be. So that is what that is justify. I can also change what I can change the style. So if I want to change the style, no problem, I can change the style. You can see the styles are changing. I can use manuscripts, I can use anything I feel like using. Distinctive, elegant, formal, all these things you can apply it with Microsoft Word. Then the next thing you have to know, because this is the home button, these are the home button, these things you have to know. Then I will show you how to use some find and replace, some shortcuts later in the course. Next one, we have the insert. Now this is very, very important. You can see insert, you have cover page, blank page, all these things are there. But what you are interested most is the picture, the clip art, the shapes. Sometimes a school may bring nursery one or prep on work for you to type, which involves, let's say, a triangle, a circle, all these shapes. So how do you insert it in your page? So you come here to this shape. This is where you see all this shape. You see this is a rectangle, this is a you can merge this shape together to form another new shape. This is the text box. This text box allow you to write something inside the text. We have a rectangle, we have floater, we have a lot of shape here. Let me show you. So let me just use this triangle. If I click on this triangle, I'll just drag and drop. You see, this is beautiful, right? I can give it a color, or green or color red. Anyhow, I can remove the shadow. Now this thing has shadow here. You can see there's a shadow there. Come here, just give it no effect. I don't want shadow, so I don't want it. So this is how it looks like. So 3D effect, I don't want it. So this is it. So this is how it looks like. So I can give it color. Shape fill means I want to give it color. You can see the color I'm giving is I'm applying the color and it's showing. So you can do that. But you know, I told you earlier that Microsoft Word is basically used for what? For typing. So if all this shape, if you are typing, you are a typist, and a school being this kind of thing, so you can what? You can apply this shape together. You can maybe there's a circle, let's say you have a circle like this, then you have a cross. Let's say you have a cross that you must apply to it to form. Let me check a cross. Let me say this is a cross here. I can just draw this cross, maybe just to show the students what this is, what is this, what is this, all this kind of thing. So you can make this shape together to form one. So that is what, that is that. So I can what? I can also what? Now that is that under what? Under insert. And also you can also what? You can bring picture. Maybe there's an external picture, maybe a picture of a boy or of a ball, just like this nursery school exam sheet. So I have a picture here, a ball, a football picture. I think I have it here. So this is a football picture. So on my screen, it can be anywhere on your computer system. So I'm going to copy this. So Control C is copy, but you can right click. When you right click on that ball, you come to what? You come to copy. I want to show you something. So you come to copy, you copy it, then you move there to the Microsoft Word, then you can paste it here. So let me just bring this thing down and paste it. So I can just like paste. Okay, paste. Yeah, is here. I'll show you the shortcut to do all this thing instead of going through that straight. Oh, this ball is very, very big. Now I can reduce it. You come here, you reduce it. You can say what happened here is that it's reducing, but I'll show you something that is happening here. And move this thing up. So I'm reducing it, but it seems that I'm reducing it. It's only moving to one side. I can't move this thing anyhow. You can see it's not moving. It's just stagnant. It's just sticking there. So how do I make it so I can move it all around my page? You just right click on it. Once you right click on it, click on text wrapping. Text wrapping allows you that, okay, you want to move it anywhere. I can bring it, I can make it true. True means I can move it anywhere. You can see I can move it. As I'm moving it, it will remove. As I'm moving it, it will just be moving everywhere. You can see I do move it. Let me just reduce the page. Let me reduce the size. So as I'm moving it, true, just scatter it. Just anywhere it is, it will give space for that ball. So if you don't want that, you can come to what? You can come to text wrapping. You can bring it what? In front of text. That is, that ball will be at the front of text. So it will not be allowed. It will not move and scatter everything. So you can say, so this is what, this is what, this is it. You can be at the front of text, no problem. You can bring it here. So this is inserting what? Picture in your what or anything. You can also insert chart in your page. You can do that. There are pictures, clip art pictures. You can click on, when you click on clip art, it allows you to what? There are some pictures that are in Microsoft Word that comes with it, like computer. I can search for computer and click on go. So it will bring out all the computer, yes. So to bring out everything that is here, the computer, you can see it has its own word, it has its own, the Microsoft Word has its own picture of computer. So I can just bring this picture, bring it here, then paste it. You can see now this is it. That is what clipart does. So I can also what? Text wrapping is in line, so I can make it what? Make it true, so I can move it everywhere I want. That is how you insert picture, the health of the insert. There's also text box. Text box allows you to write. Yeah, I can write something with text box, maybe a quote or something like I am good looking. Okay, now this allows you to what? To move this thing anywhere in your page, just like a text. So you can move it. You can just maybe all these one month you have been super striker. All those like that. Oh, you are good. Another person just like a one something at the mouth, just like conversation purposes. Very good. So this is how the text box work. Now let's check another. What is there? We have header and footer. That is to put header and footers allows you to what? To insert either like page 1, page 2, page 3 at the top, or it can be at the bottom. Then we have what, we also have what, page number. You can try what, maybe as I'm moving to page 1, page 2, page 3, you can also what, insert page number. There's word art. These are for graphics. Maybe you want to design something, let's say Sabiton computer store, you can use word art. So word art allows you, I can type Sabiton world. So this way, this you can see how it looks like. So you come here, test wrapping. Sorry, I can move it. Let me move it. It should move. Okay, maybe test wrapping. Let me look at test wrapping. It should be true. Why is it not working? So maybe it's because I put it in the text box. Yeah, I inserted it in the text, but that is the reason why it was giving me something like that. So, but let me just remove it. Let me make it outside to show you what I mean. So I'll come to insert word art, then I mean just write, and I'll just use any of them. So Sabiton. So I'll click on it like this. You can say now, so I can use my test wrapping to remove the effect of the inline, make it behind test problem. So you can say this is beautiful. You can do something with this. You can add color to it. You can add color. You can do a lot of things to it. Color, you can give it color. You can see shape fill. You can give it green. So you can see these are just for design purposes, but I told you that Microsoft Word is for what? Is for typing. So that is that for Microsoft Word. Under insert, I've shown you page layouts, things you can do there, mailing, references, and so on. There are a lot of things you can do. Then I think the next one we have to show you now is you can also format your picture. When you click, come to format. You can format your picture. When you just click on it, click on format. When you click on format, you can add a lot of things. I can add border to it, to the picture. The effect we show on it, you can see border. I can do another thing. So you can do a lot of things with picture with the format. The format works for you to make changes to a picture. Now you can also crop. Now this is crop. You can crop your picture. Crop means you want to take some part out. So I can crop this picture. Let me just crop it. Just drag. You can see now that the picture has changed, so I can crop it back. You know what crops work? Some of what I use photo editing app to edit some things. You can see how crops. You can crop one hand, maybe two people are shaking this, and crop one hand, bring another one. But I said earlier that Microsoft Word is mostly used for what? For typing. So if you want to do a lot of graphics on it, or you just feel like doing graphics on Microsoft Word, you can do this. No problem about that one. Now, the next thing I think we should do is that because of those that maybe has to type some question, or some people bring something to you that involve formula, mathematics formula. So where do you get your formula from? So you come to what? You come to the insert. So when you come to the insert, you can see you have equation, you have symbol. So when you click on the equation, you can see a lot of equation. This is area of a circle, this is binomial theorem, expansion of a sum, like for all this binomial expansion, Pascal triangle, this kind of thing. So you can just click on it. Once you click on it, you can see the formula is there. So apart from formula, you can see we have plus or minus, a lot of things there under formula, design, equation tools. You can see brackets, you can see fraction. Let's say I want to say x over y, and just come here, you can type x over y. So just come to the insert, then the equation. If I'm looking for x over y, I'll just come here. Where is x over y? So you can see this is like fraction. So this allows us to what? To make our words, our numbers to be in fraction. And type 2 over 5. 2, then the up one will be 2. Just come here, this box, click, that is 2. The bottom, you click what? You click 5. So when you click out, you can see this is what? This is 2 over 5. You can do something like this. Also have what? Under it also we have what? We have symbols. You can insert symbols, the dollar. There are a lot of greater than, less than, equals to, all these things. There are more symbols also. It's not only now, we are not limited to that one. You can see a lot of symbols are here. You can click on any of the one you prefer that you want to use. Also we have what? We have equation. Equation is not limited to, you can insert a new equation, no problem about that. So that is that under MS Word. So what we're going to move now to is shortcut. Now if you are working on MS Word, you are typing, you are doing things, you would be you should be using shortcuts. All these things that you have to like go to when you want to bold, I have to like when I have to highlight it, I highlighted it. Maybe I want to remove the underline here, I remove the underline here, I remove the italics, I remove the boldness. You can see this it. But all these things, this gives lot of like, it's more of like is stressful or it's time consuming. So why can't you use shortcut? Shortcut allows you to make things easier and faster. Let me show you. So I'm going to go to another. If I want to go to next page, maybe next page, just Control Enter. Once you press Control Enter, it moves your text to the next page. And this is the page 1 now. I am in page 2 now. You can see this page 2. Let me remove this sabi. Let me take it to page 1. Can move it like this. Take it to page 1. So this is that. So some shortcuts you have to know. Let's assume now I want to drag. There's a test. Okay, let me save this thing to show you something. Control S is save. You see now shortcut. Let me bring the on-screen keyboard. So okay, so Control S is save. So what's the name of my document? I can make it name of my document. Let me say Sabiton. That's the name of my document. I save it. You can see the title has changed to what? To Sabiton. So that's what I'm saying, that this is the title bar. It gives the name of your document. Now I want to be in your screen keyboard so you know what I'm doing. Let me just move this. Let me cancel this. Sorry for this. I want to cancel this one out. Okay, let me just okay, it's cancelled out. So I'm talking now. I want to write something here. Let me get something. Control O. Okay, let me be in the ruler. Sorry for this. Let me be in the ruler bar. I won't need it, so let me just bring it. Let me show it so that I want everything to be clear to us. Now it's showing us the ruler bar. Now what next I'm going to do is that I have it went off, no problem. So Microsoft, thank God I saved. You see, that's what I'm trying to say. So as a computer operator, what you have to know how to do is that you must know how to save. Sometimes you may be compelled to use a desktop whereby it's connected to power, and that's your computer is not attached to a UPS. The CPU is not attached to a UPS, so that when light goes off, the UPS can still serve it for some, like let's say an hour or 30 minutes before it goes off. So it means when there is power failure, your document, if you don't save your document, everything will just go like that. It will disappear. That is it. And it means, let's assume you have been typing like 10 pages now. Your customer is waiting for your car. Say, thank God, I will later finish this thing. And you didn't save. What you just that NEPA just took off the light, or the let's say PSN just took off the light. Hey, there's a problem. Then you'll be in big problem. So you have to, if you are not connected, even though you are using your laptop, make sure because something can go wrong. Yeah, like what I was doing now, I didn't expect it, so it just happened, and everything. I assume I did not save. That's how it just go like that. All this means that's what saving does to your document. It's what you have to, once you are typing Control S, you have to save continuously. So let's now go to what I was doing before. So this is what I was doing before. So I want to move to the next page. So this is the next page. I want to do something for you. I want to get a document here. So I got some documents from just copied some words about something online, just to show you some shortcuts, how you can apply the shortcut to Microsoft Word. Oh, why is this going? What's happening? No problem. So let me just maybe I will just go on I'll go on Google on Google and just get some facts on Google and just copy and paste it. So that's what I would do. So instead of this, you should not be doing like this. Maybe I'm running in an application that is recording this video. That is the reason why it's going off. But no problem about that. So this is I want to get some files online, because you don't have to cram all these shortcuts. But once you get used to it, you master it, it becomes part of you. You don't even have to like go to your book and start looking for that shortcut, because you will be using it constantly. That's why I said you should practice every time. Once you practice every time, how I practiced when I was typing was that there was a particular company I was working for, just like a computer institute where we do type. So what happened is that I was slow then. I was slow in typing. So what I do is that there is this church that do bring the magazine for people to read. So I will collect this magazine and start typing. Once the computer is free, I'll use the magazine and start typing. I will arrange, I will bold, I will do all this kind of thing. It later now and I now master those skills. I master those skills. I master how to arrange my documents. I mastered everything. How to insert picture, how to do all this kind of thing. Letter heading with Microsoft Word. I can do everything. So I want to also to get something. Maybe you get a newspaper, Punch, Guardian, anything. Just get it. Start typing. Start doing things with it. So as time goes on, you master all those things. The keys, the keyboard, the lot of things you can do with it. So you master all of them. What with a twinkle of an eye. So, but let's just open the this is Sabiton. So I've opened the file again. Now this is my Chrome. So let me just get some fact. Let me just say history of Lagos State. Let me type this. I want to get something for you. So I just get some history of Lagos State. So history of Lagos State. This is Wikipedia, Lagos State. Okay. I just want to grab some text and show you some shortcuts on how you can apply the shortcuts to it. That's what I want to do. So after this, we're done. So at least you'll be able to just practice something. So I'm going to highlight something here. So I'm going to highlight. Let me just highlight things from here. Let me highlight. Sorry for this. Okay, I'm highlighting this. Sorry, it's taking time. I promise it's not going to be like this. When you are doing yours, it's not going to be like this. So what I'm running under the hood, that's what's causing this. So let me just click and highlight to this point. I think I don't need a lot of this. Let me just stop here. Let me stop here. So I'm going to say Control C. Control C is copy. I've copied it now. So I will come to my MS Word. This is it here. So come down. So this point here, I'll just paste it. Control V is paste. Control V. So you can see this is it. I've pasted everything. Now you don't have to like cram this thing. So when you go on Google, you can just type shortcut keys in Microsoft Word. You type it, you see all these shortcuts that you can use in Microsoft Word. I think the one of an official Microsoft Word page, it is the best. It has everything and the meaning and what each of them does. So you're gonna see it now. Now on the first one, you see, let's look at it together. You see, you can see Control O to open a document, Control plus N to new document, Control S to save, Control W to close the document, Control S. Let's apply all this. Let's check something out. Now, this is the test now. The first one now is, let me say Control O to open a new document. When you press Control, let me bring the on-screen keyboard so that you know what I'm doing now. This is the on-screen keyboard. So you hold down this Control, you hold it down. When you hold down the Control key, then you press O. When you press O, it will open a new document. That's what you do. Hold it down. So when I press hold it down, now I press Control O, and I press O, you can see there will be a new document. Because it's on screen keyboard, that's why it's giving like this. But when you press it on your, apart from on screen keyboard, just press Control O, it will bring out a dialog box. You can see open. You see, that's what Control O does. Control O does, it opens a new document. It opens your existing document. I mean, those documents you have saved on your computer. It brings everything out for you. And the next one in the stuff is what Control N. Control N is to create a new page. When you press Control N, maybe you are done with this page now. You want to create another page. Maybe you want to do graphics there, or you want to type, or maybe a table. You want to make a table there. You can press Control N. Control N is creating a new page. I don't want to cut this thing. So that's Control N. What Control N does. Then you have Control S. So I said it earlier, to save. So as you are typing, you have to save continuously to avoid storing that touch. Then Control C is copy, Control V is paste, Control A is highlight, or Control B is bold. If you want to bold your text, I've applied this earlier. Control I, italics, Control U, all these things. So I will apply each of them on the one that you can be able to you're able to get. Let me just go to the Microsoft Word. And it is giving problem here. This is what I'll do. Maybe I will use this page here. Sorry, this thing is giving problem. Don't know why it's doing this, but no problem. So I may restart my application so that the issues will not come out. So as I was saying now, before that one is done, is on the ground, then let me just open a new page. Microsoft Word. This is giving problem. So sorry for all this. I didn't plan all this right from the beginning. This one is giving me problem. It won't give you just like you also won't be like this. I promise you, it won't be like this. So okay, what I'll do is that this will just be, let's say, the first part, because this thing is giving problem like this. Then the next part will be on tables and how we can apply all these shortcuts. I will apply the shortcuts. I will copy a text like this one I copied. I think the Microsoft Word is off. Okay, since it has quitted by itself. So let me just open it again. Sorry for this. The document I'm running on, that is what is giving me all this. So I've copied this text. I copied it earlier with Control C. What is this? What is this? Microsoft Word diagnostic. Okay, continue. Cancel. Okay. Sorry for this. I'm so sorry. I've opened it again, so it will surely show now. It will surely show. Now, let me just paste this thing there. This is what I'm using it. Just paste some document there. Now the first one is that let me apply just now. When you highlight your text now. When you want to make your fonts to increase. At this Lagos, I want to make it to be bigger. You hold down your Shift key, you hold down the Control key, then you press greater than. You can see it's getting bigger. If you want to make it small, you press less than. This Control Shift less than is make it small. Control Shift greater than is make it make it big. If I want to remove the boldness, I'll press Control B. The boldness is removed. Now, if let's assume now I want to replace all these Lagos with Nigeria, it's possible. So I'll write Control find and replace. I can do Control F. Control F is find. What are you finding? I want to find and replace. Find what? Lagos. So it's Lagos, Lagos. So what do you want to replace it with? I want to replace it with Nigeria. So anywhere that Lagos appear, it will be replaced with Nigeria. So you can just say what? Replace all. So okay. So we can exit this. You can see that Nigeria instead of Lagos is what? Nigeria. So anywhere Lagos appears now, it will be what? It will be Nigeria. That is find and replace. The next one is go to. Control G is go to. Like you may have like 100 pages. Maybe you say, let me just go to what is there in page 90. So this is where you type it. Enter the page number. If I type page 1, because I'm just on one page now, so it's still going to be what? It's still going to remain on this page. Let's assume now I Control Enter is to jump to the next page. Control Enter. Now I have 3 pages now. If I am in page 1 now, I want to go to that page 3. Control G. So instead of typing 1 here, I will type 3 here. It should go to that what? The third page. You can see now that the first page has been removed. If I want to go to page 1, just type 1. So it will go to what? To the page what? To the page 1. Then the next thing now we have to what is let me just take this. However, let me highlight it. Then let me just copy it. Control C is copy, or Control X is it should cut it. It should remove it entirely. Where do you want to paste it to? So let me just bring it here. So let me paste it here. Control V. Control V is paste. Control X cut. Control V paste. You get it now. So if I want to do this kind of thing, if I want to bring it to the center, I'll just press Control E. Control E is center, Control R is right to bring to the right, Control L to bring to the left. Do you get that now? So all those one is control for all these things there. Now if you want to change the font, when you bring it the shortcut we showed, you can say Control Shift F. You can see that's the font. Control Shift F. You can see it will change the font size for me. It will give me option. You can see Arial. What is there is Arial. Now if I want to use like Courier, I can use Courier new. You can see I click on it, it will change the font. You can see this, however, you can see that change the font. Now the next one we also have what we call Control Z. Control Z means I want to undo my action. The action I've done before, I want to undo it back. So that is Control Z. Control Z is undo. You can see all what I've been doing before is bringing it back for me again. That is Control Z. Control Y is redo. Yeah, you can see it's taking it back to what I've redo before. So Control Y is redo. Then we have another one, we have Control P. Yeah, Control P is to print. If I want to print this document, Control P. It means this particular system has to be connected to a printer, so I can now print my document. Now that is why I do say that it's not about typing in the computer. It's not about typing in MS Word. It's about what you type. When you print it out, how does it look? That is it. Because in the computer, it looks beautiful, it looks glamorous. But when you print it out for your customer or for a client, that is when you will see what you are doing. That this is what I did. This is what I type on the system. Oh, hey, look at how it looks like. Oh, hey, it wasn't like this on the system. Oh, so it means everything you do on the on MS Word, if you print it out, look at how it looks. So when you look at how it looks, then you know where your mistake is coming from. Maybe from the padding, from the margin, from the left and the right, or from the other parts. Now, let me show you something in the ruler. Now, in some cases, a customer will bring what they call a letter heading for you. He will tell you that this letter heading I'm giving you, I want to type something in this letter heading. And you know letter heading will always have an heading. It may be Sabiton, it may be Sabiton.com, have a logo, just like a logo at the top. It means you have to bring the text under that logo, under that heading. This is what I'm saying. Like your letter heading may have something like this. This is Sabiton.com. Sabiton investment. Something like this. Let me say something. I'm just sorry. Ctrl Z. I'm just something like this. Let me put it in the middle. Let's say this letter heading. It may have a logo here. No problem about that one. I'm just saying. So the person wants this point. You cannot mention one here, because once you mention one, if you are putting it, this text. If you are using when you are using page now, if this is the letter heading, let me copy this thing. Ctrl X now. Now this letter heading, this is the letter heading the person is giving you. If you are measuring your page, let's say page now. This page is, let's say this is 1. This is 1. So this should be 1. This will also be what? 1. Then the paper should be A4. We didn't set this, that is the reason why it is like this, no problem. So A4, so click on this like this. So this is how it looks. Now it means your test will start from here. Imagine someone give you a letter heading like this. You are in problem, because once your test will be on this Sabi investment. So it means you have to bring that test under this Sabi investment. So you use your ruler bar to bring this thing to at the bottom. So you measure that the top. You use a ruler to measure it, so you know where to bring your test to. So like this one now, I can say, okay, my test should be 5 centimeters. I'll just come here, the top. I'll just come here, margin. I'll just put here 5. I'll put here 5. So I can put 5 here. If I put 5 here, you can see. Let me just Ctrl Z. So enter. I'll come here. I'll put 5 here. So when I put 5 here, it means my test will start from here. It means letter heading will be at the top here. So that's how you measure what you type in a letter headed paper. Then I think what you have to know next is let me take it back to 1. It's table. Yeah, table is very important. In fact, there is no how you are going to type in Microsoft Word that you won't encounter table. And table always give problem a lot for typists and a beginner. It always give problem, but it's very easy to manipulate. You come to insert. When you come to insert, you click on table. This table here, you click on a small arrow. Now it depends on the number of rows or number of column. Like for example, let's say you have like the heading, like we have name. Let's say we have SN, like it's numbers. Maybe it's just like a client. Maybe it's a document that contains name, surname, and phone number. Name, let's say SN, name, surname, and phone number. That is like 4 column. So it means it's going to be, you can use 4 column. Your table is going to be 4 column. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how it's going to be 4 column. Okay, this one is going to be SN. That is the number. Then let's say you press tab key, name, tab key on your keyboard, tab key. Then you can, maybe this one is address. Then tab key, let's say state. This is how you do. So if you want to jump to the next line, you press tab again. So this is 1. Let's say name, you have Sabi. You press tab, address 23 Lekki. Then state, let's say Lagos. Then you press tab again, that is 2. Name, let's say this is Mabi. Then let's say the address is 4. Let's say Agodi. Let's say this is Ibadan. So this is how you do what? Table. So this table, you can also format this table. Now in some cases whereby the address is small, there's no how, you can't have address like whether you just have the SN, the number is very small. It doesn't take a lot of space. You just come here to reduce it. You can just drag. You can see. So this space here, this name is just small. The address will always take more space. So you come here, you click here. When you click here, you come here, let this thing turn to something like this, like a cross. You now drag it to where it should be. So the address contains where it should be. So this address now, I can bring it to the middle. I can bring the heading to the middle. I just press Ctrl E. You can see it's at the middle now. This everything here, I can also make it to be in the middle. So I'll just highlight them. I'll highlight them. Let me just highlight them. I'll highlight them. So I can highlight them like this. So I can highlight them, then I'll bring them to the middle, Ctrl E. So everything will be in the middle. I can bold them, Ctrl B. Now I can italize them, Ctrl I. No problem about that. So you can also change this table. You can change the layout of this table. No problem. Just highlight it like this. You can change the layout. You can turn it to something like this. You can see the layout has changed. These are the layouts you see. You can change this to something like this. Another layout, another layout, another layout. Anyone you want. So you can change it to something like this. This is another layout on their own. So this one does not have a line, a column. If you want to change it back, just click here. This one that has what? That has column. So this is how to deal with table. Depends on any table you want. So you can you can make arrangement to this. And another problem is that you can also you can also delete a row. Let's assume now, let me type on down. Let me type number 3. Let me type this is Kabi. Let's say this one is 5. Nnewi, I think it's in Anambra State, if I'm not mistaken. Anambra. Let me type the address. Address is there already. So let me use address Anambra. So let's assume now I want to delete this one. I want to delete this one. This row. I want to delete. This is a row. This is what they call row. This is row. What this is what? Column. I want to delete this row. I'll just right click on it. When you right click on it, you will now come to delete rows. You click on it like this. When you click on delete rows, you can see it's deleted. That's how you do it. And you can also merge. When you click on it, just click on what you want to merge. Highlight it. That's the first thing you do. I can merge them together. So I'll come here. You can say you can insert any column to the left or anything to the right, any I want to do. You can match cell and match them together. You can see all of them, they are joined together, they combine. That is what merge does. So Ctrl Z, I bring it back to the normal state. I can also I can insert. So I can insert rows now. So if I want to insert rows at the bottom, I'll just come here and say insert. That's insert rows to the left or to the right, or I can insert to the left. So let me insert to the left. You can see there's a row now at the left now. If it's the right to be at this side, it means I want to add more rows to it. no problem. So that is how to manipulate table. So these are the basic things you have to know in Microsoft Word. With this, then you have no problem. You can also make design with Microsoft Word. It's not hard to make design. Just know what you are doing. Design is very easy in Microsoft Word. What I'm saying is that I can just come here, make my own design. Let's say I have a picture, or I want to use Word Art. Let me use Word Art because Word Art looks fancy enough. I can use my Word. I can use this. I can use anyone. Let me use this. I think this looks beautiful. Let me use this. So Word Art can state, okay, this thing, you have to bring this your, so to avoid it being in the text in the table. So I'll just come here. Enter means to jump to the next page, to next line. That is enter. When you press enter, it jumps to the next line. That's what it does. So I can insert. I can do some graphics here. So I can insert. Let me just insert. Let me insert Word Art. Word Art. Make it. Which one should I? Let me use this one. And say beautiful world. Beautiful world. Everything is beautiful. So you click on it, so you can see what's beautiful world. So I told you test wrapping, so that it will be easier for you to manipulate. You want make it what? Make it true, to make it easier for you. So I can bring this thing. I can come here, beautiful world. I can do something with it. I can even what? I can rotate it. If I don't want it, I can rotate it like this. Anyhow you want to rotate, no problem about that. So I can rotate anyhow I want to rotate. I can rotate, use my mouse to rotate. If I'm using mouse, so I can also reduce the size of it. I can give it color. So if I want to give it color, I'll just come here, give it color here, shape fill. I can give it any color. I can come to more color here. Once texture, you can see it's beautiful color. I can give it there. I can also put this thing in the background. So I can do like come here, then what? Come here, shapes in a triangle. I can put everything in a triangle. Let me show you something. You can see that this triangle, it covers that Word Art. So I'll just do something like this. I'll click on it, then I'll bring order. Order means I want to take it to the back. So it's being to what? Being sent to the back. Come here, sorry. Order, sorry, send behind, because we are dealing with text. You send behind text. So when you click on it, you can see that it means this triangle is now behind that particular word. This thing, the reason why is that that's because of what? Because of the shape is what is more. So I can click on this thing. Okay, let me use this order. Let me just send behind, send backward. I think that will be better. So then this table is affecting this shape. So this shape I can give it color. Let me give it. I can give color to it. I can give it color. Can see the color in it. So if I remove this one, then everything will be fine. So this is what you can do. You can do graphics with it. Can do a lot of things under this thing. So let me remove this. Let me just say Ctrl X. Let me cut it. So with this now, you have your triangle. Let me just delete. Let me do another triangle. Let me do another rectangle for you to know what is happening. Let me delete this. So let me just insert shape. Say rectangle. I just draw my rectangle. I think this is better now. So I just draw it. I can give it any color I want, or I wish I can give. No problem about that. So I can just give it color. So come here, any color you want. You can just come here also. You see a lot of colors you can apply to it. It's very beautiful. You can do beautiful things with Microsoft Word. You can do beautiful things. This is the Word Art. So let me click on the Word Art. Let me take this one to the back. Order, send backward, or order, send behind test, so that this beautiful work on. You still bring this thing now. Is it because of this something? Okay, no problem. Okay, Ctrl Z. Now you can make your own. Because you can insert your own Word Art now. No problem. Inside this page, it will work. Maybe the one I did was giving problem then. So let me just type goal, something like that. So test wrapping, click on it, test wrapping, just have to like test wrapping in front of test, and put in front of test. So this is goal. So it's because of the test wrapping. What I did was that I make it true. That's the reason why it was giving me headache before. So that is that. So you can rotate this, you can give it color, anything you can do. You can insert picture, as I said earlier. So you can come here. Since it's goal, it starts talking about football. You can just minimize this. I think this is now better now. So minimize, so ball, and just copy this. Control C. I told you you don't have to be using right clicking on anything. You can just copy and what I'm not displaying it. I just want to copy it. So I can copy and just paste it on the clipboard. So copy. So you can just press Control P and Control C to copy. So I'll come here. Let me paste it here. Then paste the ball here. Ball should be pasted there. Okay, it's very big. Okay, so let me just come here, format. As I told you earlier, I can test wrapping in front of test. So it should come in front of test. Then I can I can minimize, I can reduce this size, I can reduce it to make it easier. So I will reduce it to the smallest. So these are the little design you can do with Microsoft Word. You can make letter heading with Microsoft Word. Yes, letter heading. If the logo is not that, if it's just simple logo, you can just bring it here. Go, then you type your things there. Anything. So these are the basic things you have to know in Microsoft Word. So we have talked about, we've looked at how to type, how to apply fonts, how to set up our page, how to type something, the font you have to use, picture to insert pictures, some shortcuts you have to know. I told you that you can go to shortcuts in MS Word. You will see them one after the other. There are lots. I can't cover all of them in this tutorial. There are lots. So when you get there, practice all this by yourself. Practice them, do things with it, then you will know that, oh, this is how it works, this is how this works, everything. So the link is support.microsoftword.com. Just type it. Just type shortcuts in Microsoft Word to give you all this. So you can now use it on your Microsoft Word. So thank you very much for staying with me for this tutorial. The next of this tutorial, I'm taking you we started from Mavis Beacon. Now I've moved to MS Word now. I think the next one we are going to look at is web development. So where I'm taking you to is using your computer to actually change the world. Using your computer to do things that is fun, things that people will see, they will be happy, things that will help humanity. That's what we are going to. So apart from Microsoft Word, and I just think that the Mavis Beacon and Microsoft Word is the basic things for a learner. If someone that is just coming, that does not know anything about computer, have to know. Once you know that, then you can now handle any application, either programming language or either graphics you want to move to, or either video editing. With the knowledge of Mavis Beacon and Microsoft Word, then you can do things with those applications. Now my next course will be web development, how you can create websites. Yes, you should be able to create websites. Though there are a lot of AI tools that you just go there, website will just create for you, bam. But I just believe that I don't like students to start something on their own from scratch. Though they're not going to start from scratch. People have built a lot of websites where you can use on your own, but do you know how this website is being built? Can you manipulate or change things to your own perspective or to your own taste, whereby you use it for your clients? Yes, you can do it. You can also do it also. You can do all this kind of thing. So please subscribe to my channel. Refer your friends, share the channel to your friends. I'll be very happy. Thank you. Love you. See you next time. Bye.